I get an opportunity to interview you, kuch kuch hota hai.
That's so sweet.
You're one of my most favorite people to interview. And I just want to wish you a happy birthday in advance because I know it's your birthday in 6 days. And we're the same age, which is 18 years.
Oh, nice.
We don't tell the real age. But can I just say, firstly, before we start the interview, I got a chance to watch the film yesterday. And oh my God, I was totally blown away by your performance. I was thinking the last film I watched of yours was Bunty and Bubbly. You were Vinny. Yeah. And I thought, she's so loud, her character, her costume, her dress, her language. And then you look at Devika Chatterjee. The only common thing between the two is you're both mums, but they're poles apart. And I have to commend you on the performances. Each of them so different, but so consistent. And it's a pleasure to watch you on screen all the time whenever you play these absolutely amazing characters. Now, obviously, a lot of people still haven't seen it, but eventually they will, and they will be wowed by your performance. But they've already been wowed by your trailer, because I shared your trailer on my Facebook page when it first came out. And people were commenting, and there's one comment, well, quite a few of them actually said, we don't normally watch Bollywood films, but we're really looking forward to this one. We really want to watch this film. Oh, and I just thought, yeah, exactly. And it's so great to see, you know, these kind of stories being told, to have you fronting it, and also to hear that kind of response from people who wouldn't normally, you know, go watch those kind of films. So that's the impact your trailer has had on people. What impact did it have on you, did this story, when you first heard about the story, but also obviously Sagarika's, the real story of the real mother who had to go through all of this?
Actually, you know, it was during pandemic. It was January 2021 when I got a call from Nikhil, and he said that, you know, I want you to do this film. I think you should consider it. And this is the story. And I was in disbelief because I was like, no. I think this can't be the true story. Are you kidding me? And he said, no, it is a true story. And so I said, okay, just hang up. Let me just go and Google search it. And I went and searched. And what I found on the case is that it was a very recent case. It was in 2011. And what baffled me was the fact that Indian media had extensively taken up this case and had covered this case extensively, you know. And there was chatter about it in the Indian Parliament. There was Indian government involved. And I went into thinking that what was I doing in 2011 and how is it that I missed watching this case? And then it occurred to me that, like me, there are probably so many people who don't know about this. You know, and that's immediately when I thought that I need to be part of this film. The story needs to be told. There has to be awareness about what Indians go through outside of India. And not only Indians, there are other nationalities also. When they're outside their country, this is what they face. And, you know, there was so much more than just a mother's story here. You know, it was conversation about diversity, about embracing diversity. There was conversation about how there are different cultural differences that are difficult for people outside of India who are living their daily lives, and there's a challenge that they're facing too, because these are not conversations that we normally have with people who are living abroad, you know, because we feel that it's a great life for them. But the fact that they go through certain things on a day-to-day level and how they raise their children, and the dichotomy of embracing somebody else's culture in another country and to still stay connected to your own roots, which is Indian, is actually quite difficult. So these conversations had never happened till I heard about the story. And of course, with the trailer of the film, this chatter has started. You know, people have started to open up about their challenges that they face in their day-to-day life outside of India. And I think this is a great start here, you know, to talk about the immigrant issue, to talk about diversity, and the talk about embracing other people's cultures, and to give respect to each individual for following their own culture, So there is so much more layered in this film that I thought that at that point of time it was very important for me to be connected to this story till I finished shooting this film. Like I was connected to it. Like I couldn't sleep in the night because I was so disturbed hearing what I heard, that an Indian family could go through this ordeal in a foreign country.
And I felt that in your performance. And you're right, you have got the conversation started, because people like myself here in the UK, we'd never heard of Sagarika's story until obviously we started seeing your trailer, and then heard about her story through the film, and obviously now having seen it, it's a very powerful story. And it is a story that people, not just in Norway, but people here in the UK, you're absolutely right, live and face. And there's so many things in the film that you brought out, like you said, about the cultural challenges, the diversity, but patriarchy as well. And we're still dealing with all of those issues today. So it's great that you've got this conversation going. Do you think that, I don't know if you've actually, looked at what kind of an impact this could actually happen now after the film starts releasing? Obviously the conversation started, but there are still ongoing cases, there are still families who haven't got.
And that is what is distressing for me. As a global citizen of the world, I find it distressing. And today, being a mum myself, I can't fathom this. Children being taken away from their parents to prove a point that the children will be better off without them. I can't understand this conversation. So for me, it's so important that people get aware of this, and and something needs to be done, and children need to be reunited with their parents. It's a different story where, and it's not apples to apples, but I'm saying that with each case, it's different. But if there is any merit in the fact that there is injustice being served, then justice should be served immediately. And I'm hoping that with this film, there are more and more cases like this that are reopened and people do something about it. And the lawmakers, the people who can make a difference, take this up.
No, absolutely. I hope so too. Now, in terms of obviously the excitement levels for this film are sky high for a lot of people, and rightly so. You've done 40 odd films. My question to you is, at this moment in time, do you 50? Wow, more amazing. Do you still, even now at this moment in time, before the release of a film, especially with this one being connected to a true story, get nervous, or do you get more excited?
I'm very, very nervous. I'm so nervous, I can't tell you how nervous I am. And my team is trying to, cheer me up. There's a bunch of nerves here, and that's only because I'm also very connected to my audience in a way that I'm truly actor for cinema. Like I believe that my work should be seen in the cinemas. I want more and more people to watch my work, and when I know that the film has hit a certain box office number, I know that the picture has been viewed by many. So for me, that is very, very important, that the film should not be watched just by a bunch of people, but it should be watched by millions. That's the only way a film like this will get recognition, and a subject and a message like this can be spread. So it is very important for this film to do well, because after the pandemic, things have been different. There are different choices that people are making towards the content that they want to watch, and they're choosing films that they want to go to the theater for. But I truly, truly believe that cinema is to be watched on the 90mm screen, and that is where my love is, to watch it on big screen. So I just hope that the audiences give this film a chance and they go to the cinemas to see it, because firstly, it is a woman who's headlining the film. So there's obviously, again, ifs and buts that come there. On top of that, it is a film that is coming during the pandemic time, where people have started to choose content cinema only on television and in their homes. So I'm hoping that the story can bring those people back to the cinema halls.
Yeah, let's definitely hope so. I think my last question now to you is, you always look amazing. and you have amazing fashion sense. Obviously, in the film, your character, you're staying true to your character, so you can't really make a fashion statement. But you did recently make one during your promotions in that stunning Ma sari. And I have to ask you about that. So where did that idea come from? And how do you get it so right all the time? Because I just think you've got great fashion sense.
I think when I was discussing with Masaba about what I want to wear, and I told her that I want to wear something like very very organic, because that's how I feel right now. So I want something really plain, and I told her that it would be great if you put Ma on the sari, and that is something that it just came organically to me, and she's done such a fabulous job of putting it in Devanagari text, and I'm so happy that people have seen it and appreciated it.
Oh, definitely. We have loved you in it. But I've loved you in the film as well, and I'd like to wish you all the very best for it. I'll definitely be telling more people to go watch it for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.